It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. It is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop. And now, let me ask you, is this a cold morning or chilly?
No,
it's chilly.
It's cold. C-O-L-D,
Are you that
cold.
big of a wuss?
Yes, when he gets below 40.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's ask Addie, is it cold outside or is it just chilly?
It's cold.
Yay. Yay.
Oh, man.
From the mouths of babes comes truth. It's cold. Yes, it's cold outside, Scooter.
It's not cold. It's chilly. I wore a jacket.
Well, so did I. Plus a sweater.
But you're over here whining.
It's cold. It's 23 degrees anyway. Good morning. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman. Along with Scooter, I'm not cold, callous.
Dang right.
What are you drinking? Ice water today?
Water, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And don't forget Addie. She's in today.
And Addie, yes. Addie's right here going to do our prayer for Mount Christian
She's
Academy.
apparently cold, too.
Yes, like everybody else except Scooter. Anyway, good morning. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brewed Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you. They've got Balmer Boulevard, which is going to be very busy. It's coming up on 7:02 already. They're going to be very busy. And we've got 62 East Plaza, and then we've got Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. 3 locations to serve you. 2 are drive-thrus, and one's, of course, in the lobby.
Or you can come by here and get the maximum strength.
Get the maximum
version.
strength. We've got it right here, Brewed Awakening Coffee, right here in the coffee pot. So be sure to check them out.
Pour you a cup here and just add water.
Yep.
A lot of it.
Everybody likes my coffee.
There's not much water in it. You may need a spoon with that.
Yeah. Use a metal one. Plastics ones dissolve, right?
There you go.
Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Check out what they have. Mochas, lattes. They've got all kinds of flavors for you. So check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you right here in Mountain Home. The best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right?
There you go.
Yep. Boy, it's good coffee. Anyway, nice banquet last night.
It was a nice banquet last night.
Went to the Mountain Bomber football banquet, and
a lot of people.
A lot of people, and some, just recognizing some outstanding players.
Bob Reckenwald got
recognized with a nice plaque for his service to the Bomber football program.
He's done a lot for him. He really has. It's good to see him get recognized.
Over 20 years, and probably talk about that more on Monday with Bob Reckenwald Sports, but they surprised him with that one. But then XL7 TV gave out the award to, do you remember the young man?
Dawson Tabor, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Dawson Tabor.
And
he got the award of the kind of like the MVP player of the year for XL7 TV, and then
and a nice plaque, man. That was nice.
Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, it's solid wood carved. Yeah. It was a nice plaque. Bob took care of getting that put together.
Well, congratulations to the Mountain Bomber football team. Of course,
I didn't even plan on going up. I didn't know I was going up there.
You didn't?
No.
What?
No, Bob didn't tell me till right beforehand. Oh, yeah. So I went up there, and we also, OFA, Ozark Football Association, went ahead and did a $500 scholarship for him as well.
That's good.
So it was really cool. It was really neat. It was neat to be able to present it.
That's good. That's good. We appreciate our Bomber football, appreciate Bomber sports, period, so. Anyway. Time for the morning prayer, ain't it?
Roller Funeral Home.
Brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Across the state of Arkansas when the need arises. And don't forget to pre-plan. A lot of times during the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's, the kids come in with the grandkids, and, Mom and Dad aren't spring chickens anymore. They get up in there, and Mom, Dad, have you got any pre-planning? Now's the time to do that. You can call Bruce or Brad or Chris or anybody over at Roller Funeral Homes here in Mountain Home, or check out your local Roller Funeral Home across the state of Arkansas. With all our respect, they are very professional.
Yes, they are.
And, I mean, it's just they bend over backwards to serve you. And so when the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes. Roller Funeral Homes brings the morning prayer each and every day. This morning we welcome Addie. She is a Mountain Home Christian Academy student. How are you today?
Good.
Good. And Eddie's going to be bringing our prayer this morning. Are you ready to say your prayer? Okay. Go right ahead.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, just help those who don't know you. And Lord, just help the homeless. And Lord, just help those families who, as they are traveling for Christmas. And Lord, just help those who can't get Christmas. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Wow.
Awesome.
Morning prayer
They
by
do
Eddie.
such a great job for
wow,
us,
they do,
don't
don't they? Eddie's a Mountain Home Christian Academy student. They teach no Common Core, take no government money. So if you can help them financially, they're getting a great education. And these students come in and do things that adults won't do.
What's your favorite class, Eddie? What's your favorite?
What's your favorite
subject?
class?
What do you like? You don't know. Do you like math?
art? Math.
Art.
Art. Yeah.
Art. Recess. To me, that's class.
What do you like about art? You like crayons or markers or paints?
I like painting
Paint.
stuff.
Good.
Cool.
That's fun. Mountain Home Christian Academy, 424-6622. If you can help them financially, give them a call today. These kids are getting a great education. These young people come in, they sign up for this, they volunteer, and parents, we're very grateful for them bringing the students in real early in the morning to do the morning prayer.
She's
If you
all
wave
over. I
at that
love
camera, see, you see the monitor right here. If you wave at that camera that's right in front of your mom and dad, you can see yourself wave. Can you wave at mom and dad right there? There, wave. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. And the morning weather,
Dun, dun, dun.
you need to tune that thing.
It's off. It's been off for a long time. We got to find somebody who can do a better horn. Can you do a horn?
Can you do a
sound?
trumpet?
I like a
Can you
trumpet sound.
only do it in tune, on pitch, on key?
Yeah,
or what?
can you do that better than I can?
Can you do it?
Dun, dun.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home.
Okay, I hate to ask this. You ever been to Old Time Restaurant on the Square? You don't know. Well, that's a better answer than some. Mom, Dad, do you take her to Old Time Restaurant on the Square? I got a yes and a no, so I think they're a little confused over here on how to answer this.
So we're 1 for 39 with a possible maybe, right?
There you go. There you go.
Old Time Restaurant on the Square Mountain Home brings the morning weather each and every day.
There's some deprived children over there at the Christian Academy.
We need
They
to take
don't
care
even
of that,
let them
you
go
know?
out to a decent restaurant.
We need to take care of that somehow.
Do you like pancakes? We have some of the best pancakes at Old Time Restaurant. They're huge, they're big, and if you ask the waitress, Kimmy, the cook back there, will make even an animal out of a pancake. Believe it or not. You don't like animals? Not on my pancake. I don't. I want a pancake.
What's the specials today, Scooter?
You got 2 pancakes, 2 sausage, bacon, 2 eggs, $5.88. Or it is Tuesday, so it's meatloaf day for lunch. You get Kimmy's homemade meatloaf, and it comes with 2 sides, roll of cornbread for $6.88. And don't forget their homemade pies. Amanda's got a bunch of homemade pies and cobbler and fudge and all sorts of goodies up there.
Ooh, you got the fudge.
They got the fudge.
Yes, sir. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. Right now we have 23 degrees in Mountain Home, 28 at Harrison, 24 at Hardy, 19 at Mountain View. It's 18 in Yellville, 19 in Marshall. Calico Rock checks in at 23. Around the region, St. Louis at 21, Poplar Bluff at 20. Branson's a warm spot at 34, while West Plains is at 23. And in contrast, Watford City, North Dakota at 28. Yes, 28. They're 5 degrees warmer in North Dakota than what we are here.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's cold up there too, Scooter.
It's chilly.
Chilly. Not much showed up on the national radar. All of the precip from the winter blast is just off the coast of North Carolina. A little bit moving in Oregon and Washington. There's just scattered stuff in Nevada, Utah. Moves into Colorado, Wyoming, to Montana, a little bit on the Canadian border north of North Dakota there. Checking Arkansas, we'll click on the Little Rock stop. It looks like, ooh, time to refresh that. It won't pick up on the national what they're showing there. I don't think that's actual precip. I think they've got
They got the intensity turned up so high
I don't know.
that
They're
you're
trying to
just
find.
picking every little drop up off the ground.
Because that national radar, with that much, it would be showing up on the national. It's not showing anything on the national. Anyway, the Little Rock stop, it's showing precip in the southeast part. I'm going to refresh that. But
maybe a little bit down there. Where's that?
Pine Bluff area. All the way to the Mississippi River and all the way to Jonesboro. I'm not buying it. I don't believe it. Anyway, I'm going to say all highways in Arkansas are clear. 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north, south, Little Rock, Branson. 67, 167 to Batesville.
Just like any other weather guy, you get a 50-50 shot at it.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then you get it right.
If this radar is correct, I-40 east towards Memphis has a little bit going on. Other than that, I don't believe it. I don't think there's anything out there. I think they got the intensity cranked up. The interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas look like they're in pretty good shape. Going back, checking the state of Missouri, we went to St. Louis radar stop first. I-70 Columbia to St. Louis in good shape. I-44 Rolla, St. Louis in good shape. 64 East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon looks good. I-70 from St. Louis, Vandalia, Effingham in good shape. I-55 coming in Sykeston, Cape Girardeau into St. Louis looks pretty good there. Southwest Missouri. I-44 Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon in good shape. I-70 KC to Columbia, no problems there. Looks like a little bit in Nashville. Let's click that Nashville stop. I don't know. Not much going on there. I-24, Chattanooga, Nashville, I-40, Nashville. I may have to run over there this weekend. Anyway, forecast for today. Sunny, high of 56 today. A low of 40 tonight. We won't even hit the freezing mark tonight. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 56. Thursday, a high of 54 with a 90% chance of showers. It actually starts a 50% chance of showers Wednesday night, comes in 90% on Thursday. Thursday night, an 80% chance, a 70% chance of showers on Friday. And our high temperature there is 47 degrees with a low of 36. And Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 51 degrees. We got some nice weather coming up. And then even Sunday, a high of 54 degrees. So
there you go.
What do you think about that?
Nice weather.
Nice weather coming up.
I'll take it. A little bit of rain, good, better than the snow.
Not much
We're still
change.
going to get snow for Christmas. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Northwest Arkansas, of course, this won't be updated until the 13th. Northwest Arkansas with a little bit of abnormally dry drought. On the drought monitor, state of Missouri, it continues into southwest Missouri and a little bit up near the Missouri River, just east of Kansas City. Checking iDrive Arkansas, it looks like all highways are clear at this time. There's no precipitation causing any problem there. Same thing in Missouri. St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, Poplar Bluff all look good. St. Joseph, everything's green. That means all highways are clear at this time. So whenever inclement weather comes your way, we need to go to, well, let me back up to iDrive Arkansas and I'll point out something. We got just a minute here. If you're in Arkansas going to Tennessee, you can click on the Tennessee side for the Tennessee Department of Transportation. Mississippi is here, Texas here, Oklahoma here, and that will direct you to their sites. And, of course, you can click on Missouri. So the border states, if you're looking at Arkansas, iDrive Arkansas, they will redirect you to the appropriate state that you need to drive in to check conditions. You use it a lot, don't you?
I do. With all the traveling we do with the sports and stuff, got to know what the road conditions look like. It works. They keep up with it really well.
You bet. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. I've only got one event scheduled. This is NCBA. Supports over 300 part-time positions in 59 counties by providing hands-on workplace settings for seniors to develop new skills and talents and supporting community service activities. Participants enhance or refresh work experience through exposure to various jobs, must meet income guidelines, able to train 20 hours a week, participate in assisted job search. You'll earn a minimum wage stipend. For information, call Sheila Appleby at 479-231-6774 or Louise at 501-745-4070. And this is the Senior Community Service Employment Program in the state of Arkansas. And that's all I've got. It's, of course, getting close to Christmas. A lot of the activities are starting to trail off. And
this Thursday, the high school bomber wrestling team has got to meet here. It will be starting at 5:30 at the high school gym against Mountain View. Is coming up.
Wow.
So it'll be a good one. And then the youth this weekend, youth wrestling, is going to West Plains for a tournament. It'll be a pretty decent tournament. So that'll be all day Saturday. So So what's going on with Addie?
What's going on at Christian Academy? Any activities?
Addie. Sorry, I said Abby, didn't I? Addie.
Anything going on?
No.
You gonna be one of those basketball players when you get a little older? Gonna play basketball for them? No.
No. What do you want to talk about, Addie?
What are you getting for Christmas?
LOL dolls.
Is that it?
Anything you want to talk about before we get off the air?
What's your favorite Christmas cookie? You like chocolate chip cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies and a gingerbread.
Ooh, gingerbread.
Ooh, gingerbread's good.
Make a gingerbread house. That's fun. You know how to take us to break? I'll show you something. Here's what you need to do. See that camera right here? Look at the camera. Say, Dale's out of coffee. We need to take a break. Be right back. Can you say that? Look at that camera. Say that. Just say, Dale's out of coffee. Need to take a break. We'll be right back.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity and hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional landscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Hello.
7:20, and we want to welcome Baxter Regional Medical Center. And what, gentlemen, welcome. Good to have you here.
How's it going?
Thank you. Good. It's been a while.
It has been a while. How you guys been?
I've been good. I've been good.
Me too.
Actually, busy but good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Wrapping up football season. And
yes.
Getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah, that's. I'm kind of happy to be wrapping that up. Them cold mornings or the cold evenings out at the
cold mornings.
Hey, they are. No, I'm talking about at the press box. Those cold evenings.
Gets chilly up there, doesn't it?
It was warmer then than it is now, and you say it's chilly outside.
No.
You guys got all your Christmas shopping done?
No. I'm one of them last minute shoppers. You know, I'm always going last minute. I come up with this bright idea like the day before Christmas. So.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Their minds might change between now and.
It happens.
It does happen.
It does happen.
That's what I blame my procrastination on.
There you go.
That's a good idea. Changes.
I got to have a reason to blame it on something. There you go.
That's right. Well, if you're looking for something good, you know the Piccadilly over at the hospital is doing the 12 Days of Christmas right now.
Really?
That's right.
Every day they have a list they post outside. We put it on Facebook too, but they put certain items on sale, and so I've done some of my Christmas shopping over there this year actually.
Really?
They got some
That's
really great
cool.
gifts for decorative.
They got a lot of stuff in there. You have you been in there? Yeah. They got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely something for the missus.
That's right. The missus and parents and grandparents. I mean, you kind of buy for everybody in there, so it's pretty neat. I can't remember what today was. Yesterday was the baby stuff. That was, and it's wild when they were in that sale. I mean, they're 4 or 5 deep at line in there, you know. But they got lots of good stuff. So if you get a chance, swing over there and maybe finish up all your Christmas shopping in one spot.
There you go. There you go. You never know.
That's right.
So what's going on at BRMC?
Well, I brought Justin today from
Justin.
our foundation, and the foundation does so much good work throughout the year, and it's kind of the end of the year, and it's that time when people are kind of deciding, end of the year giving, what they're going to do, if they're going to do anything, and so brought Justin to talk about that and all the great things going on at the foundation. So.
Yeah.
Welcome, Justin.
Thank you. Yeah, we, at the hospital, something I like to say to people, there's, jokes about fundraisers come out. Oh, watch out, hold on to your wallets. But, really, it's, before that, it's a hold on to your heart. We do a lot of wonderful things at the hospital, and I get the privilege of seeing those every day. And Tobias has done a great job of telling our story and where we can bring hope to people when they're hurting and need healing. Sometimes just the comfort and the atmosphere of love as they take their end of life journey. So, it's really if we could just sit down and chat with people about it, I think we can get them inspired to help support us. And everything that people give, that's exactly what it goes to, is to help the patients and the families that come to us for their care, and without it'd be a much different community without the hospital. So
let's talk about what is the foundation exactly. Because when Scoot's typing in, I said, now Justin's with the foundation. It's part of the hospital, but not the hospital. So what is the foundation?
Sure. Well, we are a subsidiary of the hospital, and our sole purpose is to go out and to the community and get donations in support of our hospital, because we are a not-for-profit hospital. Almost everything that we make in the hospital goes back into capital expenditures and improvements for the patients, staffing, that sort of thing. So that doesn't leave a lot left over for things that we still need. And I think our capital budget last year for the hospital was like $40 million, something along those lines. we're only able to fund, the hospital's only able to actually fund about 11 to 12 million of that, I think, something like that, a year. So that leaves a lot left over of things that are important, that need to be purchased, need to be bought, need to be renovated, and so that's where we come in. We can put
Did you just say that the entire hospital's budget is $40 million?
That's the capital budget.
It's capital, not operation.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right. The improvements that we need to make from year to year to replace aging equipment, to, like I said, renovate floors so that they're more functional for the staff, because things change. So it's that sort of thing that we really need to really need to do so that we can make sure we're delivering the best care that we can. So, like I said, we're not able to fund most of those needs, so that's where the foundation can come in and help support that, put a capital campaign together, and get things that we're needing at the hospital that normally we would not have been able to get without our donors in the community.
Now, what about the 4 houses? They fall under the foundation?
They do, yeah. They do. They are fully funded by donations from the community. We raised about $400,000 a year for those, and perfect time to talk about them because we're in the middle of our Lend a Hand campaign, which is to support those community houses. So, and I know y'all are fully aware of those, but they just provide some wonderful services. Most of what they provide is free of charge. But we still have operations, we still have overhead, we have coordinators that do a wonderful job, but they still have to be paid. So we raise about $400,000 a year to keep those going and keep those reaching out to the community.
So how can you operate those houses at just $100,000 a year each? That's
it's a challenge every year.
Would it be like $2,000 a week?
Yeah, I mean it's a challenge every year to try to make sure we're within a reasonable budget, make sure we're cutting costs where we can.
But if we could raise $600,000 for the Lend a Hand, wouldn't that give you all some breathing room?
Hey, you bet. Yeah. And we're raising dollars throughout the year. In Lend a Hand, we don't have to raise that whole $400,000, but it's kind of where we try to increase the public's knowledge of the houses and really try to push them, kind of highlight them and what they do. So, but we're raising money all throughout the year for the community houses, and we've also got our Masquerade Ball coming up, which is, I think this will be our 4th year. Is that right?
Sounds right.
I think that's right.
And this is a huge event. The Masquerade Ball, let's get up here. The Masquerade Ball, sold out last year. And we had people calling me, hey, I know y'all are out of tickets, but can you hook me up? We're out. I mean, that's just the way it works. And so this year we're really, really excited about the Masquerade Ball. Been doing some planning on that.
Raise the price.
No. I mean, we want to make it reasonable. It is one of the more expensive tickets in town, but for what you get, the dinner, the band that comes from Little Rock that's top notch,
What's it, $100 a ticket?
I think that's right.
I believe so. I believe we're keeping that.
100.
The big change this year is they are going to offer, I believe, 4 or 5 VIP tables. And so you'll have a designated waiter. It's part of, just trying to think of creative ways without having to tax the regular, just people that can, I can barely afford that ticket, but I want to go to that event. So there's a way to raise a little bit more money, but that event is huge and it's so much fun. And, you don't go to many events around here where they dance until the last song's played. Last year, there were people dancing at the very last song, and it was so much fun. It was a blast.
It was
midnight. Around New Year's Eve? Is it around New Year's Eve?
It's February.
February?
Yeah. Don't have
early February,
Yeah, early February. But yeah, no, we had people still dancing at midnight, and the band, we got to go, and one more
song.
One more song. They have
people were having fun. That's good.
They were, exactly. That's
Makes them look forward to this coming year. Then
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, something to think about. Also wanted to mention today. We were here, I think in September, maybe, when we were talking about our ambulance campaign that we were just gearing up for, and we had a great response to that from the community and raised about $140,000. So the hospital will be getting their 2 new ambulances, and we just want to express our appreciation to the community.
Awesome.
Really rallied behind that, and we had a lot of great things come out of that.
How many miles were on those ambulances? If you took all the ambulances and added them up, how many miles you were looking at?
Well, just those two we were going to replace, it was almost 1,000,000 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 800,000. They had about 400,000 piece on them.
So with
they get some miles out of them. What was neat though during that whole campaign is people would come up and anybody that had a story that had to do with the ambulance service, they felt like they needed to tell it. It was so cool because you hear some of the greatest stories of this ambulance saved my mom's life, or this ambulance helped my child, and it was pretty neat to hear those stories and just see how that our ambulance service has impacted the community. And they're top notch. I mean, that was another neat thing was being out there with Gerald and Justin as they're talking to the community and all the awards and all the things that the ambulance service has won and how we've led innovation in the state for things like community paramedics. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But then these ambulances, a lot of people don't realize, let's say you have a cardio situation 8, 10, 12 miles from the hospital, you can transmit the EKG back to the hospital.
Yep.
Right.
And they can see it and be prepared by the time the ambulance comes in.
And even be providing the care, some of the care that is needed for that patient en route to the hospital, which is key. Because minutes matter in something like that.
Absolutely. That STEMI program, which you're referencing, is, I mean, it's amazing. And the results from that just get better and better every year. I'll actually bring Kim back after the first of the year and I'll let her kind of update you and see where, I think we brought her last year towards the start of the year. I think February's Heart Month, so I'll probably do it around then. But to see where we were from then to now, it just continues to get better and better and better. Wow.
That's awesome.
It feels good to work at BRMC right now.
I bet it does.
It does.
7:31, visiting with Baxter Regional Medical Center and Baxter Regional Foundation. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. $7:33. Justin and Tobias are here. And what else we need to talk about, gentlemen?
Well, you guys have any questions? We got all kinds of good stuff to talk about.
Putting you on the spot there, Dale.
See how I turned that? See, he's always asking me the questions. I thought, well, it might be nice to ask him.
All right, Dale, genie in the bottle. You get no.
Yeah, there you go.
Always just like.
Okay, first wish. The Cardinals win the 19 World Series.
All right,
okay,
we're out.
There we go.
Hey, they're wishing. Tall order for the genie. But.
Tall order for the genie.
I will tell you this because I know that we were talking about this right before the break, but the equipment and stuff on them ambulances, and I don't want to re-bring this up, but I was amazed. We sat down with who was here that time was explaining the ambulances and stuff that you guys have.
Oh, you wouldn't have to, I don't know. I know, but
it's all right. But it's different. It's like, before, they gave you the basic care until they get you to the hospital and actually have somebody see you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got somebody treating you in that ambulance the same way you're going to be in the hospital before you get there.
Yeah.
And with the equipment, the technology, I mean, the surgeons and everybody knows exactly what's going on at that hospital on your trip there, and everything it's just amazing.
Well, can't you get in like with St. Louis or KC or other hospitals with cardio, I mean, if needed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we have EI or telehealth capabilities, absolutely. For our stroke program, Arkansas Saves, they bring in a neurologist from somewhere that's not in the area and decide whether it's appropriate to administer the clotbuster drug, and I mean that literally saves people's lives and at the very least leaves them with a much more functionality than would have if we had to transport them without being able to administer anything to them. So we got lots of great stories. We got some wonderful supporters. We were able to provide some this doesn't seem like a big deal, but for our emergency room, they asked for a certain type of wheelchair that could, help with bariatric patients, some of our larger patients. And not only is it easier for them to get in and out of and other functionality that it has, but it's better for our nurses and our staff because we don't want them to get hurt either. Another great thing that we're starting to also, in addition to the such things as the wheelchairs, but in our ambulances, we are starting to install hydraulic lifts or lifts for the cots because our society is getting larger, and so we are seeing more injuries to our paramedics and EMTs when they're trying to lift these people on the gurneys into the ambulances. This equipment eliminates that risk, and basically it's just a hydraulic arm that comes out of the ambulance, lifts up the gurney, and then pulls it back in. That takes that out of the equation, and then we don't have staff members that are out with back injuries and that sort of thing, and they're able to continue their career that they're passionate about. All those things, many of those things are a result of people who give to the hospital and donate. One thing I'd like to mention, talk about different ways to donate. I mean, you can definitely drop a check in the mail, come by with a check, go to baxterregional.org and look for the Hospital Foundation or Donate Now button there. But we also, another way people are giving nowadays is some people have an IRA. We all are encouraged to, do that as part of our retirement planning. And sometimes when you get to 70 and a half years old, you're required to take out the minimum distribution. And, you may not need it. Now, that might be really foreign to some of us, that how could you not need that money? But there are some people out there that don't, and maybe they save that for other things. Maybe they need a new vehicle, maybe they, whatever the case may be. But if there's a time where they really don't have an immediate need for those dollars, they can designate those to come to a charity of their choice. It reduces their taxable income, so it helps them out in that way, and then it helps the charity. It supports the hospital. So we have several donors that do that and support various needs that we have, and it's just another option of giving. There's many ways to support the hospital as far as donations, and hey, we'd love to have them come in and sit down with them and talk about all those ways. And if there's a particular area that you're passionate about, we have one donor that likes to help with our security department and provide security cameras, security equipment, which unfortunately we're needing more of nowadays, and so that's a need we have. Normally those dollars would have to come out of the operating budget of our security area, but with this donor's help, that can be provided and help out the hospital, help out the security department, and keep everybody safer.
One thing, Senator, listening to you talk, Justin, one thing that really helped is having little golf carts for transportation.
Sure.
You know.
That's another way to donate, is your time. We have a great auxiliary, a lot of yellow shirts that come out every day. Some of them come out every day. They basically work a 40-hour week out at the hospital, it seems like sometimes. But yeah, without our volunteers, we wouldn't have that shuttle service that we have to get, you know, some of our patients that are coming in for therapy or.
When you park out near Burnett Drive, and you got to go to the 5th floor,
it's a long walk,
that's
right?
a pretty good.
Well, think about today when it's freezing outside. You
Hear
know,
that?
It's chilly.
Outside?
It's chilly.
Freezing outside.
It's chilly.
There was frost on my truck.
It's cold.
We say that's cold.
Too cold for Arkansas. But anyways, there's a commitment. They're still out there. They're still driving the shuttles. It's got a little heater on you, but I promise you, I went out there and rode with them the other day. It's not doing much.
Doesn't work that great.
And they're still out there, still driving folks, and it's amazing the commitment and dedication that our volunteers have. You know, you talked about the houses earlier. Well, that $100,000 doesn't seem like much, but they have volunteers there working and helping and volunteering their time to help run that. So
and here's one of the things that it's hard for people to grasp onto. You know, you think a hospital, man, they're doing good. They're making money. You would think that because of the amount of people working there and the amount of employees, but we're a small community.
Yeah.
And to have a top hospital that we have in this type of community is amazing. And you guys cover a large area. I mean, you got people coming from all over
18
around,
counties, I think?
but that comes with its own issues because with the new insurance laws and the new this, we're restricted to their funding based off of the population of that area. And even though they're servicing all these people, they have to rely on volunteers and fundraisers and outside sources to be able to keep that hospital the way it is. I mean, they're constantly upgrading all the technology. They're wanting to be state of the art. Well, that costs funding that they're not in a huge area where the population is going to be bringing in that money. So now they've got to look at the fundraisers and the volunteers, and I know you guys thrive on that. I've been to the some of the donor banquets and the volunteer banquet, and it is amazing the amount of people that step up to allow this to happen and be able to keep this technology right here in this small community. And we're blessed to have it, but I bring that up because we need people to step up and help fund these things so that we can keep it here in Mountain Home in a small community right here.
I totally agree with you. One of the questions I get a lot, and people they think healthcare and they see big dollar signs. And what a lot of people don't realize is that Baxter Regional Medical Center is a nonprofit hospital.
Yep.
Which means, we don't answer to shareholders. We truly are in it for the community. We just wrapped up employee forums yesterday. We had our 1,700 employees, come in different waves to just see all the accomplishments and kind of talk about 2019. And towards the end, Ron asked them, why, our mission. We want to remain community-driven, independent, comprehensive, and why is that important? And the reason that it's important is because our residents of our communities that we serve deserve access to quality care. And the reality is if we were to get bought or if something were to happen, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to turn this into a primary care hospital where they're going to pack and ship to the larger cities. And what is that going to do to the quality of care? We talk about those things on a normal basis, and that's a real concern. But, with the staff and the people that we have and the positions that they're in, they're doing a fantastic job of making sure that we hold on with everything we've got to that independence. And what's really neat is we had a consultant group come in recently just to kind of look, check some balances, see if there's anything we could lean up. And they said that we were one of the most well-run, tightest organizations. We've already squeezed all those lemons that we could to try to get everything we could out of. And so now we have to rely on the help of our community. We have to rely on volunteers, because if that dries up, if that goes away, we're going to be in some serious trouble. But we're going to do everything in our power to keep fighting and keep quality health care right here, which is what people that watch this show and the communities we serve deserve.
The things when I was throughout the summer with my mother, who was ill throughout the year, you take the little things for granted. You walk up to the doors and they open. Mm-hmm. If you need the door open, you press the button and the door's open. They're real wide, so if needed, they have the wheelchair accessibility. We don't think twice about that stuff. It's An automatic door. I mean, it's not something you go to Walmart and spend $15.95 on. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Sure.
Going into the car tie, it's got this big wooden door. You hit the button, it opens up for you. It costs money.
Absolutely.
And it's connected to a wire which has electricity, so you've got a pretty good bill behind that.
That's right. And don't even start talking about elevators. The cost on elevators, I mean, it's ridiculous.
The licensing, the maintenance.
Just the maintenance alone. It's
you're listing off all these things that we take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
We just do. I mean, if you've been in the hospital, I'm an accident-prone family. We're in there all the time. You take those things for granted, but then when you get a chance to hear some of the stories, and the effect it's made on so many people, it's we need to keep it the way it is, and we need to keep it right here in our community.
Well,
and
regardless of your age, you don't want to have to travel 2 hours if you need surgery done on your back or your foot, for that matter. Much less with our retirement population here, 80, 85 years old, they don't want to have to drive 2 or 3 hours. I mean, that's hard on a person, our age, some of us younger folks, but I mean, for our senior population, that's even tougher. Another misconception sometimes is out there is that the hospital receives, dollars from county or from the state or something like that. We don't. We are, what we do, what we get in as far as income is what we provide services for, what the foundation is able to help through donations from our community. We do apply for a few grants throughout the year from the state, sometimes from the federal government. We do get those in, but that's it. I mean, those are things we have to go out and ask for. Those are services we have to provide. So it doesn't leave a lot at the end once you get your people paid, once you pay for maintenance on a door or maintenance on an elevator. So we really rely on our community to help us. We are definitely a community hospital. It would look a lot different if we didn't have our donors.
More with BRMC right after this.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Backo Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Backo Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Coming up on 7:49, finishing out the program, Tobias and Justin here from the Foundation and BRMC. What else we need to talk about? We think about, I've been sitting here thinking, we talk about all the big stuff. You've got the x-ray machines and all the MRIs and CAT scan, the little things that we just take for granted.
Absolutely.
Desks, chairs, computers, pencils, pens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've been over to the hospital in the last couple weeks. We have a major project going on, something we're really, really proud of. The floor there on the first floor by admissions is getting redone, and the admissions area is remodeling. Again, we're constantly listening to the community for feedback. One of the things that we heard in our feedback was the admissions area didn't feel private enough.
Oh, really?
And so you could walk by there and you could always kind of see who was checking in. Well, that was some feedback we got. So our leadership team started looking at it, and they've now redesigned our admissions. They've put up a wall, and then they're going to put up frosted glass. It's a mess right now, so give it a couple of weeks. But once they get done, get over there and check that out. And the goal is to by 2020 to have the whole first floor remodeled. I don't know if you were over there before, but we had tape holding our floor together in certain spots. The floor was literally taped down so that people would not trip. And, again, back to Justin's point earlier, that we have over $40 million in capital requests, and we're able to fund $12 million. So you got to make some tough decisions, and unfortunately, floors were one of those things that just wasn't a priority at the time. So we're excited to get that done. Nicole Vaccarella and Ron Peterson, our CEO, have been working closely with the architects. I know Barney plays a big role in that too. And they've been working with the architects, and they're really trying to bring the colors of the Ozark into the hospital and make it not feel so, medical,
Sterile.
maybe sterile, yeah, is the word, but make it feel a little bit more like home.
And to kind of piggyback off of that, listen, we'd love to get a donor in. We could name the lobby after the family or the donors or whatever the case may be. Just wanted to mention that.
Nice.
We're always looking for ways to honor our donors, and that's one way. And not everybody needs their name up plastered on the wall everywhere, but it gives us credibility because somebody in the community may know that person and say, well, if they think enough to, donate to the hospital, then maybe I will too. Maybe that's a worthy cause. And I have to just say, we couldn't go out and tell these stories and pull at people's heartstrings without a great staff that work there, both from, admissions to housekeeping to food services, and then our awesome nurses who provide the excellent care, and our physicians. So I have to thank them for all that they do, because that allows Tobias and I both to go out and, be able to brag on our hospital, because we have the awards, we have the accreditations to back it up. And
when you talk about food service, you got some great food down there.
We do have great food.
Most people think we do. There's some that, not so much. And we get it. When you're in the hospital, maybe your appetite's not the best. Nothing really looks good to you. But the families, a lot of times, they'll say, well, if they didn't want it, I just ate it. So.
Yeah.
We have an event coming up. This is just for our staff, but every year, Pam Mason, who's our director over food service, they put together the most delicious feast for the employees. I mean, they have ribeye and shrimp. It's just so good, and it's once a year. It's just for us all to come together, and every employee, whether you work in a clinic or in the hospital, you come through there, and we all get to eat together, and it's a blessing. I mean, it is a lot of fun, and just to see I've been in the hospital a little over 2 years now, and to see how far the culture's come just in 2 years. I mean, it's just become such a fantastic place to work. And this whole sense of family, it's been wonderful, and I'm blessed to be there. And it's really neat to see everybody coming together on things like that. We had a big event, our fall fun fest, and we had almost 2,000 employee and family members out, and it had beat any picnic that we had done before, and. It's really neat. I mean, it's a neat time to be at Baxter Regional. I cannot wait until January when we come back and talk to you guys. I'm bringing some information. We're going to be launching some things next year. They're going to be absolutely fantastic.
Really?
It's going to change. It's going to change the way. I'm not even going to tease it. It's going to be awesome. I mean, it is.
This has got to be good.
I'm going to hold you in suspense
because I haven't seen him this excited in a little while. So.
There's just so much good going on, and we just put together an accomplishments video for the hospital too, and just to see what we've done in 2018 has been truly amazing. The growth and the quality and just the overall satisfaction of patients. To hear what those patients say now after they've had an experience with Baxter Regional, it's amazing. I mean, touching lives, making a difference, and nobody wants to be in the hospital, but if you're going to be in the hospital, we're going to make sure that it's the best possible experience it can be. And everybody over at Baxter Regional has bought into that. And it, it's a good feeling.
Hey, the phone's ringing.
Hello?
I
We taking call-ins today?
I think I can get
Hey, it's a donor, get it!
It may be a donor calling in.
That could be a $5 million donation right there.
Matt, if it's a donor, put them on hold. We'll get them right on there.
That's right.
How do you make the dollars stretch as far as they can? I mean, I'm still sitting here thinking about the 4 houses, and you run them off $100,000 a year. I don't know how you could do that on $100,000. I would think $250 per house per year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking $2 million.
Oh, I'm sure we could get up to that point if we wanted, but no, I would say we take, the dollars that people donate, we take that very seriously. We want to make the best use of it. We want to make that dollar stretch. We don't want to do without certain things that we need, but we certainly want to make the best use of it and make it stretch the farthest, really look at what's needed, what can we, do without for now, and maybe, just plan for another time. So I would just say good stewardship. That's one thing we take a lot of pride in, I think, all over the hospital. But, when I'm talking about the foundation, this is their hard-earned money that they've worked for, many of them for a long time, over a lifetime. So when they give it to us, we want to make sure we do with it what we've told them we would, or what they've asked us to do. We want to make sure we do that efficiently. We want to make sure that, in the end of it, we can all feel good, donor, foundation staff, hospital, about what's been done with those dollars. And one thing in particular is in 2017 we raised $1 million to renovate our inpatient rehab unit, which is a really key part of the hospital.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you had mentioned that your mom had to be up there. Many of us know somebody who's had to be there. That's another thing that many hospitals don't have. And this is a unit that takes a lot of people. If they have a hip fracture, if they have they're recovering from certain cardiac, open heart, things like that. I don't know exact criteria for admissions, but they can take people that are basically flat on their back and get them to a point of healing, to where they're either as good as they were before the event or better, and they have to have 3 hours of intensive therapy. But it had been 20 years since that unit had any type of renovation, and in 20 years, as we've discussed, technology changes, the way you care for the patient changes, improvements have been found and made, and so we were blessed to have donors that contributed $1 million to make that happen, and we're going to finish that up in February, or at the end of January, and have a donor open house and celebration in February. So we're excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah. What's cool is we talk about all the technology and stuff in the hospital and how they're keeping up with this cutting edge that's going on, but them houses have affected thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
And what I like about that is, they're more specific for what you need, for each house, but it's more of a personal level rather than necessarily, going into a hospital and this and that. But they affect thousands and thousands of people. So when you talk about, the money that's, $100,000 a year per whatever, for the amount of people they affect, that is money well spent.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it really is. I mean, you're stretching it out.
Each house on $100,000 a year, though.
You're right, especially since most of the things at those houses are free of charge
right.
for the community. So,
yeah, there's people that have come in and maybe they can't walk or their balance is really bad, and they go to the Marux Center for an exercise class, and now they're walking around, just bebopping around without a cane, without a walker. Their whole psychological outlook on life has changed. And the same thing for all those houses. I mean, we have stories from all of those. So those are lives that are affected, thousands of them every year.
Yeah, one of the things like Pike's Cancer Support House, well, people think that's only for breast cancer. That house touches all kinds of cancer. It doesn't matter what kind of cancer you have. You or a family member get a diagnosis, make that one of your first stops. They've got the information that you need to kind of help point you in the right direction. And then they're there for support and things along the way.
Yeah, that's another thing. Our coordinators at each of those houses, they're accessible. They're there. They can support you.
Yeah.
Final minute. Gentlemen, final thoughts.
We just appreciate you guys having us on. It's been a fantastic year. We just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you guys and your families. And we look forward to 2018, and I just want to thank everybody out there that watches. Thank you for supporting Baxter Regional Medical Center and the Baxter Regional Hospital Foundation. Without y'all, none of this would be possible. So thank you all, and we're really excited to be back here in January.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm excited to hear what's coming up.
Yeah.
He's going to keep us in suspense.
I'm going to keep you in suspense, but I promise you it'll be good.
That's terrible.
He can hold a secret. I know him.
It'll be worth it.
That pretty well wraps it up. I hope you all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.